I want to ask this question of every Trump supporter, anybody who's part of the MAGA movement. But especially I want to ask this of all the police officers in this country who either backed, still back Donald Trump, support the MAGA movement. Any police officer in this country who still believes that Donald Trump backed the blue. My question for you is this: what's missing? What's missing from this tweet? Now, I'm going to leave it up, give you some time if you haven't already got it. If you don't worry, I'm going to get you there. Donald Trump made clear, as the patriotic, back the blue patriot that he is, that Donald Trump would do anything he could to help ensure that no harm came to any police officer in this country, right? Makes sense. But on January 6th, did Donald Trump do everything that he could to ensure that no police officer was injured, harmed, or God forbid, killed during the Capitol riots? You might say, what could he have done, Brian? I mean, he sent the tweet, right? I mean, you could see clearly in this tweet that you have up, he says very clearly, we love our police. Don't harm them. But what is it that Donald Trump didn't do that leaves us no doubt that Donald Trump was a con man, that he never actually cared about the police officers of this country? Not enough, at least, to put their safety in front of his personal selfish desires. It's still right here on the screen, and I hope you've gotten there. Because if you're still believing that Donald Trump will do anything in his power to ensure that no harm comes to any police officers in this country, and certainly that no harm came to those officers at the Capitol that day, yeah, he will do anything except use the caps lock button. There is something that is absolutely indisputable, people, that we all would agree on. And when I say all, I mean everybody in this country and everybody in the world would agree on this, if they're being honest with themselves, that Donald Trump is a big fan of the all caps. And Donald Trump has always, without fail, utilized the all caps when he wants to make sure that his supporters understand that something is very important to him, that he is emotionally charged up, whether it's anger, whether it's enthusiasm, it doesn't matter. The point is, if you want to know that Trump is, serious about this and passionate about this and means this, and it's a big deal to him, you look for the all caps. Speaking of the January 6th protest, when he tweeted about it on January 1st, he made sure to use all caps to let his supporters know that it was going to be a big protest, right? Big protest. Wanted to make sure that he got through to his supporters that this was going to be a big protest. Maybe you're thinking, well, all right, big protest, but maybe he doesn't give directives, right? Maybe Trump doesn't use the all caps when he is trying to encourage his supporters to do or not do something. On January 6th, he tweets, "Be strong." All caps. He tweeted a fucking directive that day. Be strong. He uses the all caps to make sure that his supporters understand how important, what a big deal it is, how passionate he is about what he's tweeting. On that same morning, January 6th, Trump sent this tweet. All fucking caps. The whole damn thing. This is when you know Trump is really serious, right? This is when you know that this must be a huge deal of huge importance to Trump. He fucking went all caps. Same morning. Now let's bring up that tweet from 2:38 p.m. You got it now? Now you might think, Brian, it's a stretch. You might, I don't know, maybe you're already trying to think of reasons or whatever. Maybe you're thinking, well, Brian, maybe he just had found out about what was going on and that, there was some they were getting violent, police were getting attacked. And so he just quickly grabbed his phone and sent the tweet. He sent the tweet at 2:38 p.m., guys. This is what was going on at 2 o'clock. And here's the worst part. Ashley Babbitt was shot at 3 p.m. He already knew. He already knew that it had become violent. He already knew what was going on with every single one of those police officers at the Capitol. I'm sure he knew that some had been injured. I don't know. God, I hope he didn't know that one was potentially in bad condition. And yet, he didn't even decide to capitalize the no violence part, the stay peaceful part. Whatever we were finding out on the news, trust me, Trump knew long before. And any intelligent fucking person watching this right now, and especially all of the police officers out there, you know what I'm talking about. You know damn well that Trump was getting updates, that Trump knew, I'm assuming within minutes of that thing turning violent, of when it became a threat, potential threat to the police officers guarding the Capitol that day. So no, he didn't quickly grab his phone, didn't have time to think, do I want to put any all caps on this so that my supporters understand how important this is to me? I mean, shit, guys. I'm not sure if some of his fucking supporters that day didn't reach out their phone, see that he sent a tweet and went, there's no fucking all caps. If Trump really meant it, if that's what he really wanted us to do, why didn't he use his all caps? He just tweeted this morning and used all caps to tell us to be strong. But he chose not to use all caps when telling us to make sure no harm came to the police officers. That tweet, guys, that tweet was all for the optics. It was all for the optics. He didn't give a shit. He wanted what he wanted. He put himself, whatever the fuck he was hoping was going to happen that day. I don't know if he actually believed or hoped that somehow they were going to, take over the Senate chambers and put Nancy Pelosi and Mike Pence and, whatever, and Schumer in handcuffs, and they were going to have a good old, execution. I have no fucking idea if it was some belief that that was going to happen, or he just was getting his fucking jollies off, enjoying seeing, hey, look how much these people love me. Was it all just about that? You can't put it past him, right? I mean, with his ego. But does it really matter? Why? If what matters most, if the only thing that fucking matters is that he had a choice. He knew police officers were potentially in danger. Shit, he may have already known that some had been injured. God forbid, worse. But yet, instead of saying to himself, I've got to send the tweet that makes abundantly clear, that leaves no fucking doubt to anybody at that Capitol right now how I feel, and that protecting the police officers that are at that Capitol is of the utmost importance. It's my number one priority. I don't care how much joy I'm getting from seeing this. I've got to protect the men and women in blue. This tweet is your proof of that. Wake up, people. Do you see what he did capitalize, though? He took the time, made the effort to capitalize we. And who is we? It's not the American citizens of this country. It's not the patriots of this country. It's his supporters. It's the people that love him. It's the MAGA movement. That's what his top priority was. To make sure that his supporters felt special, right? That they fucking felt special. So, same tweet. He capitalizes we, which is just him saying, my supporters, the people that love me. I'm going to capitalize that. But he doesn't capitalize the no violence part. Doesn't add a few exclamation marks to it because we fucking have seen that too. Doesn't capitalize the stay peaceful. So he was thinking. He wasn't rushed. He wasn't frantic. Donald Trump is no fucking patriot. Donald Trump does not care about any of you. Any of you dumb motherfuckers out there who keep wanting to believe that Donald Trump wakes up and thinks to himself, what can I do for the American people today? What can I do for my supporters? Donald Trump cares about what he can get from you. That's the thing with the police officers. I get it. He said all the great things that he said, back to blue, law and order, right? Said how great all of our police officers are. An amazing job that so many of them do, which is true. Absolutely true. My dad was a police officer, and I get that for the good police officers out there, it's been a tough time. Not all police officers are racist. Not all police officers are bastards. Fuck Antifa. Fuck anybody who believes in violence towards police officers and all that kind of stuff. Violence towards anybody. So I get that it's been tough. And so I get how Donald Trump getting, out there and saying what he was saying and showing through his words and everything, his support for police officers. And I get that he probably, passed some policies or whatever that were in support of the police. But what do you do with this, guys? In case there's anybody out there who doesn't know, the word con man came to be because it's short for convincing man. Convincing man. I get it. Very convincing. Very persuasive, isn't he? But I'm sure we would all agree that what makes a man, it's not his fucking words. It's not his tweets. And it's not even the actions that he may take that clearly have a benefit to him. What makes, or what is supposed to make, a strong, patriotic, caring, loving man that we can say represents the best of us is what that man does when he has a choice between himself, his own petty, selfish desires, or literally the safety of police officers. I don't know if it gets any easier than that. To be able to use something like that to judge a man's true character. So for all of you out there who have such an issue with anybody in this country who say they voted for Joe Biden because decency matters to them, you got a problem with that? You can go fuck yourself. Because decency does matter. A man's character does matter. He chose, when he sent the tweet, to capitalize we. He wanted to make sure that everybody understood the most important thing, the most important part of that tweet was the word we. So let me ask you something, police officers of this country. Are you part of the we still? Huh? Are you still who he was talking to when he says we? All the guy had to fucking do was hit the caps lock button. He didn't. And that was no fucking accident.